You're listening to Cancer Convos with Brady and Stacy.
Welcome to Cancer Convos with Brady and Stacy. Sponsored by.
I'm working on it. I'm actually talking to a couple people. Hey, you actually are unemployed right now.
Oh yeah, I should be working on it.
You could be messaging some people.
I'm just recording podcasts all week, sitting here drinking coffee. How's it going? My amazing unemployment.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So so if people are interested in sponsoring, let us know. I'll send you some information. I do have to say, stats. We've had almost 2,000 people listen to our last one or watch our last one, and we've had 200 or so have listened to it on Spotify.
So what does that mean in layman's terms? Listening, does that mean they've listened to the whole show or just like 30 seconds of it and said, "Oh God"?
No, I think they only track. They only track if it's over a certain amount of time.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what that is, but yes. Yeah.
I knew that when I used to sell digital marketing when I had a job. My son Max yesterday was listening to the show and he sped it up. Like he had that 1.5 times. And I was like, you can't. And then what did he say? He says, that girl you're with, Dad, she talks too fast. Well, you're listening to it at 1.5 times the speed. I don't mean to be.
I don't feel like I talk at a crazy rate, a rapid rate.
At 1.5 times, yes. Normally, it's fine. So, so welcome to Cancer Convos. This is where we chat about our lives with cancer. Any kind of lengthy disease you may have. It doesn't need to be cancer. It can be anything.
Yeah.
You're dealing with. It could
be rheumatoid arthritis. It could be diabetes. It could be MS. It could be anything.
It could be amnesia. Dementia. All that stuff.
Yeah.
Or somebody that has that. You don't have
Parkinson's.
To have it,
Yeah.
So real quick update on me tomorrow.
Yes.
This being recorded on the 25th of April. 26th, they go in for more radiation treatments. Last week, they found that the tumor in my lungs, which is from thyroid cancer, has moved to my lungs in the last year or two.
Yeah.
Had a tumor on the right side, had grown to like a 4-centimeter mass. They radiationed it last May. It's smaller, but then it found a home on the left side of my lungs. So that one's like 3 centimeters now and growing. So that's what I'm going to start tomorrow, more radiation for that. It's targeted. You go in, you lay on the thing, they put the thing on, they, like it makes a big bunch of noises. And you're like, oh my God, I'm in space. You're there with just a shirt on and some shorts. They walk in the hazmat suit and walk out. And like, I don't know, why am I not in the hazmat suit? I don't understand.
Is this okay for me? But not for you.
Not for you. Like, you're not even here. And that goes back to our first episode. Like, it's just so scary. Like, what am I doing? Like, what am I a guinea pig?
Yes. Yes, you are. That the answer is yes.
So that's tomorrow. And she's raising my radiation number from 10 to 15 because she wants to get it done and get it out of here. And she's, my doctor's awesome. Just wants to get it go away. The issue is that it's both those tumors are starting to block my airway. So I've had this cough forever, mostly since last year when they found it in the lungs, and I just hack out of nowhere. Like I'll go walk to the car and come back in. I'm like, okay, I start hacking. It's just because it's in my ear and my lungs and stuff. And I think I said last time, the other option is to collapse my lung, take the tumor out, and then build me a new lung. And I'm not RoboCop, so that's not happening.
No, that's not the way that works. Yeah. At least not yet. Maybe someday down the line.
Sorry, Bob. You got to take that lung out. Yeah.
We're going to switch that out. Yeah.
I have a fresh set of lungs here.
These are good. Yeah. We're going to have to take yours. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my update. Anything on you?
I still go in every month for monthly checkups, and they run my numbers and they check my blood work and make sure that my daily chemo pill is not like killing my body and there's no totally adverse side effects. So everything looked good. In fact, my white count is better than it's been in a long time. So it seems like it's been a year, but my body is kind of getting used to this daily chemo pill now. So I'm not having as bad of side effects anymore because my body's kind of like, okay, so this is how it's going.
Yeah.
I'm like, catch up, body. That took you a year. The sad thing is the local cancer unit that I go to is being shut down. And so now there's literally one in town. There's
So
one hospital now offering cancer services.
I don't live there. I live in the 5th biggest city in the country, in Phoenix.
Yeah, you probably have 20 or 30 different places you can go for cancer treatment.
Yeah. Why are they closing it down?
CHI just didn't want to run it anymore. The president is like, it's not making us St. Alexis. They're like, yeah, it's not making us as much money as we want to keep that building open. Because it is like, it's not in their hospital. It is in a separate building. And so they shut that down. And also the rheumatology clinic that is in that building. And so they've shut those down. And so now it's only one hospital offering cancer services.
Wow.
And that's not going to be good. There's 500 to 1,000 patients now that are going to have to switch over and go to Sanford.
You think there's some, I mean, come on.
And I feel like that's a lie because I feel like cancer makes people a lot of money. I don't feel like
that's what I was just going to say.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's so many people that get infusions for all sorts of other things. I didn't realize how many people got infusions for things until I started getting infusions. And then there's people that have, blood issues like white cell issues, red cell issues, sickle cell anemia. There's all sorts of reasons now that, or like for immune system things. So there's so many people that get infusions and now we all have to go to one place. Like that's not going to go well.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's not going to go well.
Yeah. It's going to be a shit show, as they call it.
Going to be a shit show. So
in the medical field.
Yeah,
that's weird how that happens. And that's, again, that's another thing you deal with. Like sometimes your doctor leaves or your doctor resigns or they close down this place you're going to because that's where you're supposed to go. And that's what insurance says. Like with my radiation starting tomorrow, like they had to call the insurance company to get it approved, all the codes they had, because it takes them 14 days to get that done. That's usually a 2-week process. And I was thinking to myself, why is it such a process if I've already, one, been through it, and two, this is just like basically a checkup. It's nothing new. I don't understand.
Right.
Like I've already been through this. So it should be, I don't know. I guess that's just the bureaucracy of the medical system where it's just, Peter's got to pay Paul and Stephanie's got to pay Tina. And so they close your place and it's just, you have nowhere to turn. And again, I've been through it. Why do I have to go through the, dog and pony show, for lack of a better term, again?
Yeah.
It's all the same stuff. And that's where, we talked about it in previous episodes. It's just the burden of, I have this disease. I didn't choose it. It chose me. It happens to a lot of people across the country and the world.
A lot. I can't tell you
lot.
How many people have reach out to me on a weekly basis and are like, hey, my daughter just got diagnosed with cancer. My son just got diagnosed with cancer. I just got diagnosed with cancer. Like on a weekly basis, I probably get 10 messages from people.
You'd think it'd be easier to get through all the paperwork and BS, but it's just not. And it's a system where, the insurance companies are up on top. There's a middle person in the middle that works with the hospitals to get the treatments approved. And it shouldn't be that way. It's just, that's how it works. That's just the system.
Yeah.
And it's not a good system. I don't know what the fix is to the system. I don't have any ideas. I just want it to work better for people like us. So it's not such a shit show to figure it out. Like now you got to figure out where you're going to go. You go, okay, you're going to this place. Perfect. Now there's going to be, like you said, 500 to 1,000 people going to that one place. Well, now schedule's going to be out of whack. Well, I should have had an appointment in April. Nope, you're not going to have it until August because 330 people had to go before you. And that's what you said. Like it amazes me that building can't stay open or they can't find a smaller building if it's rent or whatever it is.
It amazes me that somebody didn't step in, and because there was talk that somebody was going to step in and be like, you can't close this down. Like you have to keep this open because now we have a monopoly. which kind of sucks. But also, people's care are going to suffer. And here's the crazy thing. Like, I feel lucky that I'm going to get in next month, and I'm going to miss. I'm really not going to be off my schedule at all. I get to meet my new doctor next month, and he came from Mayo, which is where my treatment plan is, and so I think it's going to be good. I'm excited. I think he's going to be great. It's just tough because it's like, even though you make new friends, if your best friend moves away, it still makes you sad. You know what I mean? So it's really hard. I'm going to have a new doctor and it's going to be fine. But the people that are with the other clinic that they shut down, is it the hematology, rheumatology, whatever it is clinic?
Okay.
They are booked out now over a year.
Yeah.
To get into their new place. I've talked to a lot of people who said now their next appointment is 18 months.
Wow.
From like today. That's a year and a half to get in to see a doctor. That is ridiculous. And do you know what's ironic is the number one thing that people use to oppose universal health care is the fact that, well, but then do you know how long they wait? They wait 2 to 3 months in other countries in order to get in to be seen by a doctor. Hi, have you met America?
Yeah.
There's a lot of smaller towns. Bismarck is too big to be looped in as a small town, I feel like. But right now we're going through small town issues. There's people in Dickinson, Minot, all the surrounding places that aren't going to get into a doctor for a year and a half.
Yeah.
There's people in our city, Bismarck, who aren't going to get into a doctor for a year and a half, and they still have to pay for it. They are still going to have to pay for it.
No.
So you can't yell at other countries and use them as an example of like, oh, their healthcare system's broken. Have you seen ours? Like, ours is worse.
Ours is awful.
Ours is terrible.
Yeah, it
Not
is.
only do I have to wait a year for treatment, if I'm, some people on these specialty clinics, but I'm going to have to pay you $15,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when I talk with with nurses or doctors that I see, they say the same thing.
Yeah.
Because they're not the CEOs or CFOs or these mega hospitals.
Yeah.
They feel it too. Like, they cut staff, they cut corners because, IV needles are different now, and it's just a whole bunch. It's just the way it works. It's a business.
Yeah.
It's a business at the end of the day.
It is.
Here's one of my big pet peeves of going to the doctor. I've been going, to the same place for over a year.
Yeah.
And every time I go in there, it's like I'm a brand new person.
They ask you the same
questions.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
So I was in there last week for my appointment, and some old guy, he probably in his 70s, walks up to the counter, and she goes, "Hi, you here for an appointment?" And he goes, "Yes, I am. Nothing's changed. I'm the same person. Address same, phone number same, medication same. I'm good." She still went through the whole thing. "Are you still living at this? Is this number here?" Like, it's just like he gave her the go ahead. "Hey, I'm good. We got it all set up." And she still had to go through it.
Same here. Now, here's the thing that I don't understand is they're really trying to get people to like use their online portal. Did you check in online? Did you check in online?
Time.
I honestly did. And I answered all those questions. I pre-checked. I answered, there's no change in my insurance. There's no change in my address. There's no change in my medications. There's no change in this. I have no COVID systems. I already did that online because you said it will make the appointment easier. And now I'm here and you're asking me the same questions I answered online yesterday. Yesterday I answered those.
And you're giving me a clipboard full of paper to answer those same questions and sign.
Yes.
So I praised you on the online portal for not wasting paper.
Yes.
Yet I still come in here to do the same thing.
And get that. Yeah. I don't understand that either.
I don't think the left hand knows what the right hand's doing half the time. And that's the system.
And I'll even say when I sit down, I'm like, I pre-checked in already. And they're like, cool, let me ask you all these same
questions. Let me ask you the questions. Like, oh my God. Do you have the same medications? Yes.
My pharmacy is still the same.
Yes,
my pharmacy
I haven't moved.
Is the same. Yes.
So that's, just, I don't know. I don't want it to go back to Little House on the Prairie times where Doc Johnson comes out and says, "Okay, we got to cut your leg off because, no, I just want to I'm walking in. I've been going here. I've been paying you people for years, like if I go into my Sport Clips haircut lady, She knows me. She knows everything about me. She doesn't ask about my hair. She knows.
Yes.
If I go get my car done at the shop I've been going to for 5 years, hey, Bob, how's it going? Hey, good to see you, Tim. They know my car. Like, they don't,
Right.
How's this doing? They don't ask a whole litany of questions.
Yeah.
It's just frustrating because I've been here. Like, now you sit there when you're going through a long-term illness. You could be dying of cancer. You could be dying of whatever you're dying of. And now you're just a number. They don't know you. They don't care about you. It's just, well, I got to go through these questions. And that's where the bedside manner comes in, where I switched doctors because of his bedside manner when I went to appointments. He was as stiff as a board. He didn't talk to me. He wasn't having any personality.
Yeah, that sucks.
And I was like, I'm a kind of person, like, I'm going to joke around and be a goof. At least humor me for that 5 minutes I'm there with you,
Yeah.
So I switched, went to a different doctor. But it's just that whole, I'm going through this. I need, quote unquote, a friend to help me. You should know me.
100%. And I know, too, like, I understand if maybe you're not seeing that I pre-checked in digitally, maybe you didn't get the notification yet. But if I tell you I've already pre-checked in, you should know that. You know what I mean? Like, then you shouldn't have to ask me all the questions again. I'm super lucky. My oncologist, I actually worked at Bucks.
Oh, okay.
We worked together at Bucks.
For those of you not knowing, Bucks is a bar in Bismarck, North Dakota. You got to remember, this show's going out to everybody, Stacey. It's not
Get
just
your dance
local.
on. Yeah, that's
not
true.
local hoity-toity.
So when we were in college, around the same age, when we were in college, we both worked at the same bar. Dance place, the same bar. Yeah. Yeah. So we get along famously, and I'm super sad to see her go. Now, one thing I want to talk about is, I don't know how long we're already going. Maybe this is already super long.
Hey, I will say
there's no timer on this show.
No, you're listening to Cancer Convos with Brady and Stacey, sponsored by. There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
You get hopefully sponsored by you. But one thing is, I've seen a lot of people, and a lot of people have talked to me about this when I was going through treatment, and I'm sure you got the same thing, is people are like, what can I give you? What can I do? I've already donated to GoFundMe or whatever when you were first diagnosed. Is there something that you need? And it seems like people give people the same things all the time. They want to bring you over a meal. They want to bring you over stuff. They want to give you blankets. But here's the thing is, people give you, like, I'm still drinking tea, which I don't mind. I got a crap ton of tea and blankets.
I sent you tea.
And I love that. That's useful. But there are a lot of things that now I couldn't use. And two, I didn't need, because lotions, I have to be super careful. I got a ton of lotion, and I have to be super careful about what I can use. I try to use stuff that's natural, doesn't have fragrances, because my skin's already so sensitive. If I put a lot of fragrances on my body, it could easily irritate it. So I'm not going to say I'm picky about that, but I kind of have to be careful about what I do. And I got a lot of like Gatorade and stuff, which a ton of sugar in it, a ton of sugar in that stuff.
Gatorade is thirst aid for that deep down body thirst.
It is. And maybe they thought my body was thirsty, and it's true. But like some of those things I didn't want to take because Gatorade has a lot of sugar in it. People were so sweet. I can't tell you how many cookies, brownies, cakes, things I got from people. I don't eat them. Like I'm going through treatment right now. The last thing I need to do is eat a box of cookies. Do I want them?
Oh, I would.
Hells to the yes, I do. But it was in my best interest to not eat the sugar while I was going through treatment.
You bring up a valid point too, is because I'm going to try to be a two-prong here. Number one, every cancer is different. Like my thyroid cancer has a very, low mortality rate? Like not many people die from my thyroid cancer. It's just, you get it, you go on your medicine, whatever. But there's other cancers, prostate, ovarian, breast, all that other stuff. Everything's different. So as Stacey says, hey, I can't use these lotions and potions because of this, this, and this. But on the other side, my second prong is this. These companies almost prey on your I guess, malady because, oh, I want to help her out. I want to give her something. Well, here's some lotion and it's good for everybody. Well,
Yeah,
it's not.
it's not.
It's, so you don't know. And that's the thing. And there's from the other person's perspective, somebody sending you something, they're probably not going to ask because they don't want you, one, know you're getting a present. And two, it's like, what can you use?
Yeah. Well, and two, then they know if they ask you, you're probably going to say, no, I'm fine. You don't need to get me anything.
You're right.
So I get that. So it's hard to figure out what
the solution.
Gift cards, 100% gift cards. If I can preach this to anybody, grocery store gift cards, I'll go buy Zero Gatorade. I'll go buy water, alkaline water. Love alkaline water. I'll use that gift card to go get that. Instead of bringing over a meal, my freezer up. Thank God we do a lot of like catering and stuff for the bar. My freezer was full of like enchiladas and lasagna and things that people made me that I had to heat up and cook and eat at a later time. And
thanks for the invite.
I would have. I honestly, it's very nice, and I did eat it all. I eventually ate it all, but I would almost rather have like a DoorDash gift card because sometimes I'm not feeling good, and sometimes I don't want to eat the enchiladas, or sometimes I don't want to eat the lasagna. Or, my friend Kathleen was really good at this. She would be like, "Girl, I'm going to drop off food for you. What do you want to eat today? Are you feeling okay? Do you want to eat something today?" And I would be like, "Yeah, potatoes would be really good." So she would call and she would say that. And here's the thing, if you have cancer, don't be afraid to let people know what you want too. If somebody offers to drop off food for you, they want to help you, let them like take the food. Or if they offer to send you something, like my friend Jackie used to message me and be like, when she knew I was going in for a surgery or procedure, and she'd be like, "Girl, what do you want to eat today? I'm going to send you over something. Do you want to?" And I'll be like, I'd take a pizza, or I'd take chicken, or I'd take salad or something. Because sometimes it's a very, like, I was oddly feeling something that day that I just really wanted to have that day. And so I suggest, like, some people gave me like DoorDash gift cards, Bite Squad gift cards, and Uber Eats gift cards. Perfect. Because then I would just order what I wanted to eat for the day. Or if I just wanted a little snack, I could just do that. You know what I mean? So I'd say gift cards are really great. Gift cards to like Amazon, gift cards to your local grocery store, gift cards to your local food delivery service, so that they can pick up what they need when they need it. And so I know it sounds generic, and you want to like give something that shows it's personal and it's made with love.
Just gonna say that. Yep.
Yeah. But honestly,
gift card's too generic. It doesn't show how much I like them.
No, it's actually a very thoughtful gift. And I don't think anybody would ever be upset by that. Because then it helps my expenses too. If you get me a grocery store gift card, that's really helped me out, because I'm now going to be able to go buy groceries, and I'm going to be able to buy what I want and what I need.
Send me a Fortnite V-Bucks gift card. I'll get that for my video games. Whatever I got going on. You talk about that Amazon gift card. I can get a book. I can get a
Amazon was great. I can get puzzles. I can get a bag. I can get if I want a blanket, I can get a blanket if I want. And not to say like everything that I received I was not grateful for. I was like overwhelmed by the amount of support and how amazing people were, and every gift was great. But if you're wondering like that's just an easy way to help somebody out. And then you can do it from like anywhere. Like if a friend of mine just got diagnosed with cancer in Minnesota, I can send her an Amazon gift card, and I don't have to pay, and then I'm not paying for the gift. I'm paying for the shipping. I'm paying for all of that. Like she can just pick out what she wants, and she can enjoy it, whatever she wants and whatever she needs.
Just email it over. Just send it over, and it's done.
Yeah. Yep. 100%. So that's what I always recommend is, because I know everybody always wants to like organize a food train or a meal train or something, and for about 2 or 3 weeks there, I didn't want to eat really anything. I was like, I wasn't nauseous, but I wasn't feeling good. I slept a lot. Like I would go home and I would drink a protein shake and sleep. Or I would wake up and have a little snack. I'd have some fruit or something, go back, take a little nap again. So it's nice for you to drop off the food, but not everybody's going to want or be able to eat it, or
Yeah.
some things might make people sick. So that's why I say food gift cards are a great option. Super
That's
good
again,
option.
like I said, you don't know because
You don't.
you're not asking. You just don't know. You're trying to help, and it's awesome. You're being generous, but sometimes it's just you're helpful, great, but it's not getting used. And I think, like Stacey said, in the end, just a gift card. You know, it's going to get used somehow,
Yep.
or I can re-gift it to somebody else down the road. Like or here's my have
100%.
our spouse or our parents use it, whatever it is. So that's it goes a long way. Are we gonna have a guest next week?
Yeah, I want to have somebody come in. I have a whole list of people that I want to have come in and actually talk about their cancer journeys, because they're going through stuff that's even totally different from ours. So I do want to have, for the next several episodes, I'd like to feature somebody that is experienced cancer, gone through the treatments, survived it. Like, even I'd love to feature some people that have like been cancer free for a dozen years, because that's great. It's not fresh to them anymore, but it does give people hope that it does get better and that it does go away, and you can beat it.
So I know Stacey might have a list, but if you know somebody that's tuning in, or somebody that has whatever, send it her way. Stacey, Stacy, the normal spelling of Stacey, at urlradio.net. There's so many different spellings of Stacey. You put an I, you put an EY, you put a double A. I don't know. Just Stacy. Let's not get crazy.
There's no IE with the heart above it.
Oh, no.
No. I'm not that
so
Stacey.
Stacey at urlradio.net, or, send you if you want to sponsor the show, do that, or you can call and leave Stacey a message.
Yep. 701-751-0838. 701-751-0838.
I wrote that number down so I could sound like I knew what I was talking about, but I threw it away. So that's Cancer Convos with Brady and Stacey, sponsored by
Insert Your Business Here.
Insert Your Business Here. It's a good thing. We, as Stacey said, the views and the listens and the streams are rolling, so we're doing some good things. So we'd like to help you get your business out there and help as well. Good show again today. Appreciate it.
Good show. Yeah. Thanks for listening to Cancer Convos with Brady and Stacey, sponsored by... we don't have any. If you're interested in sponsoring our podcast, you can email Stacey at urlradio.net. That's STACY at urlradio.net. This podcast is available on all major streaming platforms, including Spotify and iTunes, and also the free URL Radio app. Remember, cancer is a word, not a sentence.